So, the time has arrived for another unboxing video. And this one has been a long time coming. This is actually a model which I'm surprised I didn't already have by now. But I finally got around to it. I wanted this one in either silver or black. I got it in silver, so it's pretty well packaged. We'll probably do some sped up footage to get through some of the unpacking part. Sounds like that's not ideal. But most of the models that I buy, of course, aren't brand new anyway, so you can usually expect some issues with them. But we'll see. It could just be a screw. You never know.
So we will get some of the preliminary packaging removed, and then see what is inside of here. Yes, sir. And still all 10 fingers. Maisto Premier Edition. Away with you! But again, it's no bother. Let's back in. The box is in less than ideal condition. Might have been these rummaging around in there. Because the car itself is actually decently packed. And it is a McMurk, the Mercedes SLR McLaren, with the supercharged V8 engine, 626 horsepower. It's pretty well secured, which is either a good or a bad thing. You can never really tell when it comes to model cars. Sometimes it's out of thoughtfulness, sometimes it's because as soon as you take the tape off, the whole thing falls to pieces. And I've definitely had that before, or at least with a door falling off with my Cadillac Seintje, which was pretty disappointing. You know, it's not really about the price when you buy something like that. It could be cheap or it could be expensive. It's just the disappointment that somebody sent something that wasn't in good condition, basically. So, got some trunk operation in there as well. A little bit dusty. Again, this is something which always disappoints me about model cars, when people sell them and they don't even dust them. I mean, really? It doesn't exactly take a lot of effort to do that, especially with a cloth, but people don't anyway. Very strange. So we have the usual double screws. And doubtless, this will be the part of the video that needs to be sped up the most, because the boredom will set in. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. All of us under its spell. The lovers, the dreamers, and me. Well, that wasn't too difficult. So like I said, this is a Maisto model, Premier Edition. It doesn't have side windows, which is interesting.
See, that's the problem to me with silver cars. If a car looks good in silver, it looks really good. But silver also has this way of really showing up parts that look cheap. Whereas something like black hides it all, or red like flashes you with it, or yellow is kind of flashy. But with silver and grey both have that thing where you kind of see all the mistakes, or all the damage if there is any. You've got the gull-wing doors, obviously, which is kind of an essential one for this model. Again, the interior, it doesn't help that it's that colour. See, that's what I mean, that kind of grey, that dull, plasticky grey, it really makes things look cheap. That's the exact same problem that my Cadillac Buritz has, the 59 Cadillac Eldorado Buritz. So, as far as the hood, so you can't open the hood with the doors open, but you can on its own. Got some engine detail in there. The engine, I will say the engine looks better than the rest of the detail, and it's not like I'm disappointed with the model, not at all. It's just that I don't really understand why they'd call this a Premier Edition, because, to be fair, the quality is okay. I wouldn't say it strikes me as being particularly good, and although I love the SLR, it's probably my favourite Mercedes still. That's one of the reasons why I wanted a black one. Now, I probably won't get a black one now, because now I have the silver. I don't tend to buy the same car twice. I never have. So I bought this one primarily because it was a pretty good price. I think I paid like 23 or 25 pounds for this, which, given that it's a 1/18 scale Premier Edition, that is pretty good. Especially when you can pay way more than that for a lot of models. And at the end of the day, I did want an SLR, so this is going to look good in the selection / collection. But yeah, I don't know. It's just, I already knew that this could be an issue being silver when I bought it, but I don't know. I'm not disappointed with it. I'm just, I think black would have been better, basically. So here it is next to my CLK GTR. Very nice duo, that's for sure. But see, this is what I mean. These are both Maisto. I didn't realise that the CLK GTR was a Maisto as well, but to me, the quality even looks different. And you'll notice that the silver, or at least to me, the silver looks slightly different on the CLK. It looks like a champagne silver, slightly darker, whereas this is just like classic silver. And I think even that can make the difference, because this holds up really well to close scrutiny. It looks fantastic from every angle. Whereas when you hold up the SLR, the closer you look, you start to notice the smaller details which look just a little bit off. Like the fact that there's no glass, but then you can see this inner seam of silver, which to me just looks that little bit cheaper than I'd like. Whereas with the CLK, or with the CLK GTR, it looks perfect. And yet they're both Maisto. So I guess it varies. It's a funny thing how that happens with some cars. I've noticed as well that seems to be a recurring problem with the Zonda. It's very hard to find a good quality model Zonda, which is really strange to me because I would have thought loads of people would want a Zonda. But yeah, pretty cool one. One of my favourite cars for sure. One of my favourite supercars of the 2000s. So that's it for this unboxing, and obviously I'll see you if and whenever I get the next one. Not sure what I want to get next. There are a couple of models which I don't have because I've got the vast majority of the ones that I want, but most of the ones that I would still like either don't exist, like they don't have 1/18 scale, or they're way too expensive for me to justify it. Because I've got a couple of expensive ones, but generally speaking, I don't like paying that kind of money for a model car. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure when the next one will be. But that's it for this unboxing. Thanks for tuning in once again, and I'll see you next time. But for now, as always, thanks for watching.